In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
It looked like it was a controlled implosion. It didn't fall over. It looked as if somebody put TNT all throughout that building. It pancaked from floor to floor to floor.
Sieg Heil! Give me your papers. Welcome back to Special Report. The obligatory punch to the bar top. I figure that's what you all want. You want me to get fucking pissed off? Well, I want you to get pissed off about this topic because everybody, including myself and everybody I know, has been living under a rock that is under a rock that is under a rock that is under another rock and has conveniently forgot about one thing that is coming down the pipe, and that thing is called Real ID. Hitting anything in your brain? Popping any synapses off? Any memories of what Real ID is supposed to be? Real ID, you know, in governmental eyes, is supposed to take place of your passport and all this other bullshit so you can use one form of ID to travel. Okay, yeah. That sounds great! If you're looking through rose-covered glasses, don't need a passport? Awesome! No. You know, and before I go into this whole Real ID spiel where, you know, Real ID, having one card allows you to do and travel wherever you want, just as having a driver's license allows you to travel wherever you want. When is national carry permits coming down the pipe? Can I defend my life? Please. Hashtag Molly Tibbetts. Anyway, Real ID. Supposedly, this has been in the works for 15 years, conveniently, while we just go along with our lives. Why not? After 2020, regular licenses, which are given to you. Wow. No, because you have a right to travel wherever you want. We'll get on that in a minute. After 2020, you have to pay your state to give you a license that enables you access to all these things. After 2020, your driver's license, your state driver's license, will not allow you access to military bases or through airport security. That kind of fucks everybody. You can't go anywhere. This is government oppression. This is government control. And I haven't even scratched the fucking surface. Surface? Surface. I can't fucking talk today. Federal control of driver's licenses is a breach of your civil liberties. That's what this Real ID thing is. The Fed dipping their ganglious, venous, fucking gangrene, Ebola-infested cock into the state's drinking water and saying, hey, drink this so we can have a little bit of control. But you know what? When federal entities come down and want to control state-given licenses, that is a breach of state rights. But I guarantee you, no one's going to take it to the streets like the South did during the Civil War when there was a breach of states' rights. You know, we're getting taxed out the ass and they're coming out after our guns. That started the Revolutionary War. No, we're fine with it. And now they're breaching states' rights and telling you that your driver's license is not an ID anymore. You can't go anywhere. You need to have this federal license so we can track you even more. Go back to my Edward Snowden video and you'll see they have a file on everybody. A manila folder with Shanika Jones. Oh, she did coke in high school. Bad girl! The fuck? And when Real ID actually kicks off, they're going to feed off that whole X-Keyscore database off of your personnel file, off of all that shit, and it's just going to right into a card. And when that schmuck from TSA scans your license, that schmuck from TSA, the organization that has never stopped a terrorist organization since its induction, yet we're throwing tax money at it, your entire life is going to come up on this screen. And they're going to be privy to it. But you're okay with it. There is no need for a Real ID. There is no need for a driver's license in this country. If you live here, you have the right to travel wherever you want without a driver's license, without insurance, because that is traveling. There is no commerce in that. The only people that need driver's licenses are people who are making money off of where they're going. If I am driving from point A to point B to go to Wawa, to go get gas, to go pick up cigars, excuse me, that is not commerce, that is traveling. I have a right to do that without any form of identification, any form of licensing, which licensing, and I have said this a million times already, licensing is your state or the government taking your rights from you and forcing you to pay to have them back. You have the right to go anywhere without insurance, without driver's license. Now, give me a second and I can pull up the website of where you can look this stuff up. Give me 5. But they actually sell driver's licenses, all that stuff. You know, actual license plates that you can put on your license. You know, stuff like that. I can't actually find it. I will post it on the bottom of this website. Website! We have a website now. At the bottom of this video, I'll put a link. Okay? Because I'm not going to spend all fucking day looking for this. I really not. I'm going to try one more time. Because I really hate dead space in my videos. But, boom! I found it. If you go to www.freedomfromgovernment.org, they have everything you need. They have the lawful traveler package. They have the license plates. They have the legal documentation that you can present to law enforcement that has been proven on YouTube, on everyone's videos, that it actually works. That you don't need insurance, you don't need a vehicle registration, you don't need a license plate, you don't need a driver's license. www.freedomfromgovernment.org. Look it up. I'm still going to post it down the bottom, but there it is. They have everything you need to become a sovereign citizen, which is who we are supposed to be since 1776. I digress. Back into Real ID. Okay, you have a right to travel wherever you want. Alright, but the way the federal government is doing this, Real ID is not a national ID, but it's actually an international ID. Because Interpol, the International Police, and other organizations throughout the entire globe, the New World Order, the world government, The globalists want to control you and know where you are at all times. They're using and utilizing the same technology, and we're just subscribing to it. And we, the people, the government of this country, are allowing our elected officials to play chess. No, chess is the wrong word. Because chess requires some intellect. We're allowing these politicians, these elected officials, to play checkers with our lives. And we sit back, clouded by smartphones and technology and TV shows. And we have no idea that our lives are being stripped apart and our freedoms are being shit on. But I guarantee you, you're going to crawl your ass to the DMV or wherever it is you need this, get this real ID, because they're going to put some stipulation on it. Oh, if you don't have a real ID, you face a fine. If you don't have a real ID, you can't vote. Or how about the one they already put out? If you don't have a real ID, you can't travel. So I hope you don't have anybody out of state. Can't fly there, motherfucker. Get a real ID. It's bad enough that they're already using us as credit for work overseas with governments and foreign officials. If you have a social security number and a birth certificate, you are credit to this nation, to what they can buy, sell, consume. Look it up. Like I told you before, I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to spout bullshit. You may think I'm spouting bullshit, but it's because you're fucking dense and you don't research this shit. Do yourself a favor. Because I am not making this channel to get views. I am not making this channel to monetize. I will never monetize my channel. Ever. I am here to show you truth and understanding. Now, this whole real ID thing, they take a picture of your face. Your face. Okay? Face off. How many of you assholes have seen that shitty John Woo film? Oh, it's you. Oh, face off. I could eat a peach for hours.
Yeah.
Anyway, TSA and the Department of Homeland Security do not care about your ID. They care about your biometrics. They care about your face screen. They care about your fingerprints. Because why? They can track you like a motherfucking slave. If you didn't think you're a slave to this country and government already, when this spools out, unless the almighty Trump gets reelected and puts a fucking axe to it, it's going to be given to you under the guise of security from terrorism and security from illegal immigrants. And I know that sounds weird coming from me, but just as they passed the Patriot Act after 9/11 to secure you, they're going to secure you with real ID and facial scans and fingerprints and turn you into nothing more than a sheep who is a pawn for the government. You're a nobody when you think you're a somebody. You're a piece of shit. We all are. Now, currently in legislation, there's something called the Legal Workforce Act. The Legal Workforce Act before Congress that will regulate every employer, regardless of size, to collect biometrics of each prospective employee. Now tell me how this is fucked up. They didn't say employee, meaning they're already employed. They used the words prospective employee. So you're telling me that we're going to go in for job interviews and have a facial, maybe retinal and fingerprints? I mean, we're already We're already fingerprinted, okay? We're already giving that up under the guise of security. But now you want to scan my face and scan, my retina? So now whenever I go into a 7-Eleven or go into a convenience store, some 1984 shit is scanning my face to make sure I don't have a warrant. That is a breach of motherfucking security. But there's legislation out there. The employees then would be required to provide biometrics to DHS, Department of Homeland Security, solely. Not to their state, but to DHS, which has a national, federally funded coverage, which I'm sure also talks to Interpol. And then your biometrics are throughout the world. You are being scanned everywhere you go. You need to fucking wake up. We are not free. We are a nation of controlled. Why can't you realize this? How can I be secure in this country? How can I be secure when I know my 4th Amendment and my 10th Amendment are being ripped apart by Real ID? I'm required to give my biometrics, my retinal, and my facial scan to the government without a warrant? 4th and 10th Amendment. You're breaking them, federal government. You're fucking every person in this country. But they all go to liberal spoon-fed colleges. They all watch Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Fallon and that fat fuck that used to be on The Guy Show. What the fuck is his name? Jimmy Kimmel. They watch Bill Maher. They watch David Letterman on fucking Netflix, who has never been funny. And they get filled with this liberal bullshit. The state-funded taxation by theft funded shit. Oh, we have a 4th and a 10th Amendment. Yeah. Okay, that's great. It says it on paper, but the government has forgot about it 10 fucking years ago plus. They are nitpicking your lives apart. You are a barbecue rib, and they are taking the meat as you're just letting it fall off the bone. The meat is gone. They're chewing on the gristle right now, and all is left is the bone. And that bone, I don't know if you ate ribs before, that bone gets thrown in the trash because there's nothing left for them. We are at hour 0 here. They are taking us apart piece by piece. Voting is going to not be an option soon. You all need to wake up. This government is raping us left by left, right by right. There are no parties. There is just Wall Street. There is just globalist. There is just the New World Order. You need to wake up. And you need to eat a dick.